Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Sessions Cafe. Today I have the pleasure of hanging out at Hunter's Kitchen and Bar here in Boston, Massachusetts with Chef Lambert Givens. What's going on, brother?
How you doing, man?
Thank you for the hat, first and foremost.
No problem. Gotta get you right.
I gotta get right. So I visited here once before.
Yep.
Couldn't stop talking about the food.
I love that.
So I came back to Boston to sample some stuff that I didn't get to taste the last time I was in town.
Yeah, absolutely.
You have woed me, brother, as a consummate soul food lover that I am.
Yep.
You have woed me. But today you're gonna test. I'm gonna test them.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, we got a few dishes here for you, and we're gonna start out with our smoked fried chicken wings. So what we do for these is we smoke them first. We have a dry rub, we smoke them, and then as we're picking them up on the line when you order them, we also deep fry them. So they've been cooked twice, and we actually get that smoky flavor on them in the beginning. So we roast them and smoke them, and then we fry them after as we pick them up. And then you have then we have the house-made blue cheese here, going right with it.
Oh my god! Yeah. Okay, so I am not a kitchen person.
Yeah.
I like to eat in it.
Yeah.
I don't mind washing the dishes, but I am nobody's chef.
Good.
Like, of course, we're going to talk later on in the show about what inspires you to get into cooking.
Yeah.
And this, because I know you got some seasonings that you keep.
We got some secrets.
Close
Yes,
to
we
your
do.
heart.
Yes, we do.
Yes. But what makes this chicken? And listen, I am a chicken hawk, brother.
Yeah.
I perpetuate the black stereotype. I love me some fried chicken. What makes this fried chicken, aside from the obvious visuals, what makes it different than the typical KFC or whatever?
So this chicken doesn't have any breading on it, so this is completely gluten-free. So the most important part of it is we actually marinate the chicken for 2 days.
Okay.
So we have what would basically be a Cajun rub, but we add a little bit of extra secret seasonings in there, just kind of give it to get a little flavor, extra flavor in there. I'll give you off camera. We'll talk about it. So we marinate it for a couple of days, and then we have that hickory smoke. We get it smoked for about an hour, a good hour worth of smoke, and then we cool them down. And then what happens is once we cool them down, and then we make them for the day, and as people order them, we'll fry them up for everybody so you get that nice crispy flavor. So you have a little bit of smoke, a little bit of fry, have a little extra crispy on it, so it's not like, sometimes I like my chicken extra crispy and it has like a good skin to it. And that's why, everyone loves it here. So we have a bunch of different flavors. We do like a honey lemon pepper, we have a honey buffalo, we have a jerk barbecue, we have a bourbon barbecue, and then we have a Nashville hot that we use like a dry rub. So just for those people that like extra spicy, I'm one of those people that love extra spicy, so I had to do something with knowledge. Had to pay a little homage to the spicy people out there. So give that a try.
So which flavor is this?
So this is our original flavor. This is just the original. This is like our regular. This is as it comes out of the as it marinating that dry rub. We put in the smoker and then we fry it, and this is our just regular. That's the regular flavor. Original.
I'm trying to listen to this guy as I'm salivating over here. I'm just gonna ask you one more question. What's the most popular flavor here at Hunter's?
That's tough. I would say the Nashville hot. I see the Nashville hot go out a lot.
Yes.
And I think people like the honey buffalo too, but even the original. People love the original because it's still got a little bit of kick to it, but not overpowering. It's like a mild kick to it.
Okay. So we're gonna go to town here. I'm about to taste the. Now, this is called the.
This is called the drum, and that's called the flat.
The flat. Now, are you a drum guy or a flat guy?
Oh, I'm a no discriminate. I don't discriminate. I like the wing.
You like the both.
I go both. Yeah, I go with both.
I have to say, I'm a flat guy.
Yeah.
I'm a flat guy. So let's see what's going on. My mother always told me not to talk while I'm eating, much less on camera. So let's see.
There we go.
But as I'm chewing, I want you to try to explain to the people what I'm experiencing in my mouth. The party in my mouth.
So, as you're taking that first bite, you're going to taste that that crispiness of the skin. Then as you're taking a few more bites, you're going to start feeling the smoke and everything like that. There might be a little bit of heat coming on now as you're kind of going through it. And then a little saltiness and all the flavors that you get there. You'll have that that paprika, that cayenne, that black pepper's in there, the onion and garlic powder is all in there too. So you'll catch all those flavors in there. It goes deep in the chicken, yes.
Wow.
And And then we also do this homemade blue cheese that you have sitting in front of you too, so don't forget the dip in there either.
Nah, there ain't much left to dip.
Ain't much left.
You want to try homemade blue cheese?
Homemade blue cheese, yeah.
Is that a secret too?
Yeah. So so we make our ranch and our blue cheese in house. We do not purchase it from anywhere. So we make make that like mayonnaise, sour cream, onion powder, garlic powder, dill, and then we have these. Then we get our blue cheese, like a pasteurized blue cheese in there, and it's like really delicious.
And he just gave the entire recipe away. This was, as a person that loves fried chicken,
yes,
pardon me,
yes,
this is fabulous. Wow, okay.
Perfect.
Scale of 1 to 10, definitely a 15.
Yeah, I love that.
Definitely a 15.
Here, we got the next dish, all right?
Yeah.
So, one of my favorites here, this is the mac and cheese that we have. This is the mac and cheese that we have, and what I have here is this is a 6 cheese mac and cheese. So we have used shell pasta. I think the shell pasta carries like holds on to the cheese sauce a lot better than a macaroni. We do these cheddar biscuit crumbles on top, and then we have. I'll even share our 6 cheeses. We have a Reading raclette. We have a blue Moody. We have a Red Rock cheddar blue, and then we have a. And then we have a bunch of cheddars, and then we do a American cheese on the top and a Point Reyes Toma.
Okay. See, I'm trying to do this professionally, but I'm telling the team off camera, bring back the damn chicken, put it back on the table, and they're like, huh? As if, where's the chicken? Bring back my chicken. Anyway.
We'll give you some more.
So now listen, in all fairness, my mother, who is here because we're filming live here in Hunters, everybody loves her mac and cheese. I mean, it has been the Roxbury favorite forever.
Wow.
Me, probably because I'm so used to it. I'm just like, I can take it or leave it. With mac and cheese. I've been eating it all my life. So I'm gonna
let's give it a shot and let me know what you think. Let me see how it compares to Mom's.
Everybody out there, what I'm tasting. Hopefully this time they won't take away the food after they leave the table. Okay, and these are made from shells.
Yeah, so we have shell pasta here.
Okay.
So
should I? This part
that's
right
perfect. So you have the top, so the crispiness of the cheddar biscuits, our famous cheddar biscuits that we use here. We do a little crumble on top. So it's not like regular breadcrumbs. It's our biscuit crumble on top.
Okay. So I'm gonna taste this, and it's also gonna give me a sample of what the biscuits taste like. So we have. Be honest, are they better than Red Lobsters?
Way better. Okay. Way better. Way better. Yeah.
The chicken is back. Now I'm happy.
So you're getting that crispiness again once we're starting with a lot of texture. You have that like all those cheeses are probably rolling through, or you're going to taste that Red Rock cheddar, which is a blue cheddar, and so it's very well aged and things like that. And then we have our Reading raclette with the creaminess, and you're also probably getting some of that Parmesan in there and those cheddars and things like that. And that gooiness that you're getting from there is like the American cheese that you're pulling up and through. And then we have that Point Reyes Toma to add a little bit more flavor, give it a little extra, elevate the flavors there.
Okay. So again, we don't want the whole world to know how you're cooking your food.
Yes.
But can we talk about, how many cheeses?
Yes, there are 6 cheeses in this mac and cheese, and this is also a roux-based mac and cheese.
Wow. Okay. So we're gonna put that aside, but not away.
So I want to introduce you to our famous gumbo. This is the gumbo that beat Bobby Flay. I went on to beat Bobby Flay and with this gumbo recipe, and this is the one that has really had this place taken off. All right. So we have a seafood gumbo. We call this Lambo's gumbo on the menu. Like I said, we took this on the Food Network. It's a family recipe that I've curated for myself. I've made some adjustments to it, and so we have andouille sausage, shrimp, and then we have we have the Trinity in there. We have some rice in there, gold rice, and then we do a little bit of crab in there too. So this dish is one of our top dishes on the menu.
Now, don't take this the wrong way, but I've always been under the impression that gumbo outside of Louisiana ain't real gumbo.
Well,
what do you think about that?
This is the real deal, and I'm telling you, this is the real deal. This could compete with some of the gumbos in Louisiana, and I would put up against anybody's.
You heard him say that,
right?
okay. So I could go down to somebody who lives in the bottom parts,
in the bayous,
of Louisiana, and they would pick yours.
I'm sure this could be some of the best.
So we got shrimp. You want to tell us what's in there?
So we have the shrimp, we have okra, we have some red bell peppers, celery, and then we have andouille sausage, and then we make a nice, deep, flavorful roux that's really the winner of this dish.
Okay, so you know the game.
Yep.
I'm gonna introduce this party to my mouth.
Yep.
And you're gonna explain to everybody what the party is.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, excellent. Let's see. Is it spicy?
It's gonna have a little kick to it. Yes, absolutely. There's like kick.
Listen, I eat raw jalapenos.
Love that.
So I'm not.
Yep. So there's probably at the beginning you're saying that full. You're gonna taste the ancestry in this, right? You're gonna feel.
We want to taste the. What kind of vegetable is this? Tomato?
No, that is a red bell pepper.
Again,
so we switch it up a little bit.
It's got a serious kick, but not too much.
It's nice, good flavor, nice level, nothing that's gonna blow the roof off your mouth, anything like that. But this is our best dish. And then here we go. Next we have our popcorn chicken here. Another one of our most popular dishes. We actually sell probably about 1,000 of these a month. People love these. We make this honey mustard in-house also. This is a homemade honey mustard. And we do a Szechuan shake on top, a little garlic, chili oil also gets tossed in. So lots of flavors here, lots of things going on in here.
So apparently here at Hunter's, if you guys have not noticed, it's not just about food, and you can't see the great service that I'm seeing here. Like the ambiance is awesome, everybody's having a good time. It's also about the appearance. So we're gonna pop one of these in my kisser, and we're gonna roll it around with the mustard.
Honey mustard there.
And what is this?
So this is pea tendrils. It's just a garnish that we do on top just to make it look good. So you're probably tasting the honey mustard, the sweetness of the honey mustard, and then we also add a little bit of kick to it. There's a little bit of spiciness. We add a little bit of, just give it a little extra flavor, take it up a notch. And then the creaminess that you usually get from honey mustard, and then the crunchiness of the chicken and the flavor, all the the buttermilk that's in the middle there. You're probably tasting all that.
And I'm not stopping. Because I love chicken.
We got one more dish for you. And so right here we have our beignets, which is another New Orleans popular dish here. And we have our chocolate sauce that we made here. We also make in-house. So what I would do, how I would eat this is pull one of these beignets apart with the powdered sugar, dip it into the chocolate, and let me know what you think.
So is this gonna make my diabetes go up to a
a little bit.
So I dip this.
Yep, you dip that right in the chocolate.
What is this?
This is the beignet. So it's basically like a little donut.
Okay.
Yeah, fried donut. Yep.
So just enough.
Yep, just enough.
Just enough. Okay.
Lots of good flavor there. So you'll get the sweet, the saltiness, everything. It's like a nice mellow chocolate. It's not overpowering. It's not a dark chocolate, not a milk chocolate. You have like a very even flavor. You know what I mean?
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Well, and that's dessert.
That's dessert.
In my family, my mother has always said, dessert comes before dinner.
Smart woman.
And
sounds like she has a sweet tooth.
He does. And I have it. So
there you go.
I'm sorry, you guys. This is my first time doing a taste testing, and I have to say this is the best episode I've ever shot.
There you go.
This guy.
Okay, start here.
We'll be right back after this.
There you go.
And we're back here on Sessions Cafe TV show with Lambert Givens here at Hunter's Kitchen and Bar in Boston, Massachusetts, the best soul food restaurant in town. I got a couple of questions. First and foremost, if this is a soul food restaurant.
Yeah, so we do Southern Comfort here. I know most people refer to it as soul food, you know, depending on cultural differences, you know, but yeah, we do Southern Comfort food here, and we're really proud of what we've been able to accomplish here.
But wait a minute. You're only as far south as Connecticut.
Yeah. Yes.
It's about 150 miles. Well, not even 75.
About 100 miles away.
100 miles south. Yeah.
We're up 100 miles south of here.
Blue Hills Ave and Albany Ave ain't exactly up Alabama,
no, sure
Mississippi. Yeah.
No,
so how
it's
did
not.
you?
Yeah. So actually, my family's from the South. My dad's side's from Macon, Georgia. My mom's side's from Alabama. I also went to school in South Carolina State University. You know, at HBCU.
Okay.
So I've had plenty of, you know, Southern comfort food experience and things like that. So you know, it's been a part of my life. It's in my blood. You know, things like that. So I've really enjoyed it. I've always been, you know, I pay a lot of homage to like my grandmother, because she showed me how to cook a lot of these things, and I started so young and doing these things right after like doing like Sunday dinners and things like that. So it was a very great experience growing up.
Now, who? I mean, don't take this as disrespect, but as the person who does not do anything in the kitchen outside the crock pot, I have to ask, who taught you how to cook?
My family, honestly. So, you know, I started cooking with my grandmother, and I was very fortunate that my parents knew how to cook too. They also grew up cooking, so you know, the legacy just kind of passed along through my parents onto me. And I found it being a very something that I was very passionate about, and I wanted to continue on, you know, with cooking as a career. And I've been very fortunate of making a successful career out of it.
Why Boston?
You know,
as a person that was born and raised in Boston, I know that you have no problems finding Jamaican food. I love me some Haitian food.
Yes.
You won't have a problem finding that. Chinese food in Chinatown, a plethora. Soul food restaurants,
not so many. Yeah, you're absolutely right. So I think Boston, you know, Boston, like you said, you named all those, you know, different cuisines and things, you know, and we knew that Boston was missing like a Southern comfort restaurant, and we knew that this is what the city needed, and I confidently felt like I was the right person for this, you know, and you know that we could come out here and create a great menu, have a great food, get great ambiance. You know, this restaurant pretty much fills up every night.
Yeah, you guys can't see this.
It's Sunday night and we're at capacity. So it's just one of those things. Like we've created, you know, we've got the community behind us, you know, and the city behind us, and we've done some really good things. And I work close with the community, so you know, it's just one of those things. Like we get a lot of support from around the city.
Now, I decided to open up Hunters. How did you decide what was going to be on the menu? Because that couldn't have been easy.
It's very hard. I think you try to speak to your roots, and you kind of think about what type of things you think about the community, right? You think about all the things that are happening around you, you see what people like, and you know there has to be like things that are like given, like, you know, there has to be some fried chicken. So people love fried chicken, no matter what. And then you know, biscuits, cornbread, and then you kind of just put the menu together as you kind of build it over time, and you're hearing like about what people have liked over the years. You do some menu, you know, tastings and things with different people, and you know, you just kind of figure it out from there. You know, you kind of just build it that way, and you listen to like what your soul is telling you, and then you also see like what people are eating around. You know, as much as you said there was not like southern restaurants around the city, but there are people doing some type of southern food, and you're seeing that these people that are like, you know, these things are selling.
And what I know this is probably not an easy question for you to answer, but what are some of the items at Hunters?
Sorry, say that.
What are some of the items at Hunters that are just fan favorites?
Well, you know, going back to that gumbo, man, that gumbo is definitely a fan favorite. We really brought something to Boston that's never really been done here before at a high level. I think the gumbo, like, you can't go anywhere in Boston and get gumbo, so we were able to bring that here and really let people experience that and have it done at a high level. And we're fortunate to bring it onto the Food Network and have a great time with it. We go in there and beat Bobby Flay, unbelievable. We have the mac and cheese that are fan favorites, the popcorn chicken, the cornbread. We have a honey butter cornbread that we can do. We do like a honey butter on top, and then we can also add on make it loaded with we do pork belly on top with a little bit of serrano chilies on top. So it's unbelievable.
So for seafood lovers like myself, and of course Boston is a seafood city.
Huge seafood city.
What's your personal favorite seafood dish here at Hunter's?
I actually love. So once again, we have a seafood gumbo, so that's definitely top tier. But I love playing with the shrimp and grits. The shrimp and grits that we do here is really, really good. We get fresh shrimp in, and we change it up, and it's something really fun to kind of deal with because our menu is very protein heavy, and we have some salads and things that are for the vegetarians. And then for pescatarians, the shrimp and grits is a dish that goes out a lot. People love it. It's definitely something that we love to kind of actively change, and especially with the seasons and things like that. So it's one of those things that we want to keep, we keep special from here.
Now let's rewind back to the Food Network experience.
Yes.
That had to have been the pinnacle of experiences for you, man. Look at you laughing just thinking about it.
Yeah,
Talk to me about that experience, man.
I'm gonna go back to just being a child and watching the Food Network and not ever thinking I don't. There's not one point I can think about growing up and thinking that I would be on the Food Network.
Yeah.
And having that experience, being taking the jump from being in a corporate world and then being a chef, and then still making it onto the Food Network is unbelievable. So and not only once but twice. So I was on Beat Bobby Flay, and then I had the opportunity to be on Chopped. So being on it twice is probably unheard of, and then I'm sure there's chefs that have done amazing jobs in their career and probably have never been on the Food Network. But I think that being on the Food Network and also coming out with a win is it's definitely a highlight of the life and a memory I'll never forget.
Now, again, you're located here in Boston, and you've won a plethora of awards in the city. Let's talk about being awarded. It's one thing to be celebrated for making great food, but to be awarded, that's got to be a phenomenal experience.
So we get we've gotten tons of recognition amongst the city. We just won Best Brunch of Boston in 2025.
Nice.
Before that, we were the top 25 restaurants in Boston, best new open restaurants in Boston. So each year that we've been able to say that kind of bring a little bit more access and accolades that we keep getting awarded. So we're doing something right here, and we're gonna keep continuing on that path and just keep going.
I was thinking long and hard before daring to ask you this question, right? The magic number is 5.
Yep.
All right. What are your top personal 5 items on the menu? Not fan favorites. Not
my top 5 personal. So once again, definitely the gumbo.
Okay.
That is one of that's a real. That holds my heart, because it's it's a family recipe.
Okay.
And number 2, shrimp and grits. Yeah, I love the shrimp and grits. It's something I get to have fun with. That the mac and cheese. That's also something that I've really put a lot of love into, and I make sure that it's the best that it can be every day. And then we make it. The brisket here is. I know you said the biscuits, but the brisket that we have here. We do a Texas-style brisket here, and we do these little brisket sliders.
Okay.
We have the cheddar biscuit, barbecue sauce, dill pickles that goes on it. It's absolutely delicious, lights out. Definitely one of the top ones. And then we have this. My final one's going to be the country fried steak that we do here.
Okay.
We do this country fried steak, smothered with a caramelized onion gravy and thyme. It's got so much flavor. We have a country mashed potatoes, creamy, garlicky, everything. And that one's also another one. Yeah, so those are my favorites. Yeah.
So, what's next for Hunters? Because I know you got some other things going on.
So the next thing for Hunters, I think we're keeping the past. You know, we're like I said, we're coming up on 4 years. Everything's been great. You know, it's still a very young restaurant. We want to keep exceeding and keep, not showing and keep showing everyone this place isn't just a fluke.
Right.
And we're here to stay for a long time. We would love to expand. I think as the years and as we keep filling this place up day after day, I think that will also come soon.
And I have to ask, what was opening day like for you?
Opening day.
Super nervous? Was it confident? Was it? Were there 2 customers? Were there 200?
There was. There was a lot of people that showed up on opening day. It's a very new. Hunters is also my first executive chef job, and it's nerve-wracking. You don't know. You have a lot of things that you're putting together. You're still learning about the menu. You're trying to figure out what people like, what people don't like, what's appealing, how's the wording on the menu. There's a lot of things to consider, and a lot of things that are buzzing through your mind.
Before we go, Lambo, Chef Lambo, I love that. And you're gonna laugh, but I want an answer. You're laughing already. I told you earlier in this episode that I cook with my crock pot, almost exclusively. So, what is a dope recipe that I can make that you will put on your menu that I can make in my crock pot?
In your crock pot, what would I?
Yes.
You know what? We used to do, which I love putting on the menu during the winter time because we make this beef stew, this brisket beef stew. So basically, I'll brown the brisket and then I'll put it and we'll slow roast. We got carrots, celery, onions, like a nice deep red wine, and then you'll cook that down and have it just kind of stew over the night and things like that. I think that is and you'll add some potatoes in later. So that'll just be one of those things. I think that's the best one. But you can also do that with some chicken too. You can make do that with chicken and everything. You can break down a chicken. I love and also love a good short rib too. So that's what I like to do when I get home. So those are some of the things I think we do in the crock pot.
Now see, I got some advice. You need to get some advice. But first, you need to come down when you're in Boston to Hunters and get some food. So quite honestly, this interview is over because I got some eating to do, and my guys are looking at me like, look, you got the snack. It's time for us to eat. I want to thank you so much for coming on the show, man. Thank you for the hat, and thank you for making my tonsils party hard.
No problem. There you go. Thank you.
We'll see you next week.